option. You don't want metal contact. Just try to look into the manufacturer's recommended procedures for towing. Tesla is a big one. There's a lot of Tesla literature online, especially how to put them in neutral. There's actually classes. I have two guys that are just, they got certified through Tesla, Mercedes, BMW to deal with all their stuff. There's a lot of good information there. So if you have the opportunity to get in and get that literature, it's beneficial. How do I identify if it's a hybrid? Okay, how do I figure out it's a hybrid? Just because it says hybrid doesn't mean it's hybrid, right? I can put hybrid on my truck, doesn't mean it's a hybrid. So the way you identify a hybrid is you open the hood and you identify it from the orange conduit. The orange conduit is the high voltage line, and that's an industry standard. Okay? And you identify it by the orange conduit. You never cut the orange conduit. Okay? So just be careful. That's how you 100% identify a hybrid vehicle is through the orange conduit. There's some of the older Saturns had blue, okay, but I think that's been phased out. They don't make them anymore. So I mean, if you do run across it, you'll see blue in only the Saturn. Everything else is orange. Okay, just be careful when you work around hybrids, especially when they get into crashes. If they have major rear end damage, the batteries sometimes are unstable. I've had about 6 or 7 Priuses catch on fire in the yard. I had one catch fire a week later. Okay, so the kill switch was off. So I've had them catch fire on the truck. I've had them catch fire while loading them. It happens. So be prepared for that. And if you're towing them to point A to point B, follow the recommended procedures on towing that particular vehicle. Okay? Does anybody want to add anything to hybrid? Maybe they had an experience or any question that you guys might have, or any comment? Nobody's got nothing?
Don't try to jumpstart them.
Ray, what do you got?
Don't jumpstart them.
You can if you follow the procedure. You're going to jumpstart numerous hybrids. You just, on the hybrid, you got to go to the 12-volt side.
That's very scary.
Jumpstarting anything is scary.
Yeah, they are really scary.
But if you follow the procedures, you should be fine. That's where education is key. Education is key. Knowing what you have to do and how to do it is critically important. Okay? So, on the bottom of page 208, you want to circle that warning box. Never cut or touch or open any orange high voltage cables or high voltage components under any circumstances. Okay? Does anybody have any questions? Like I said yesterday, you guys have a real advantage. You guys have the books with you. I think we got one question.
Who's asking the best way to jumpstart a hybrid with a portable jump?
That probably is the best way. You just have to follow the recommended procedures for that car. Yeah, Prius is different from a Tesla. BMW. They all have their own little deals. You just have to know what you're dealing with on that particular car. But the jump box is probably the best way to go. Okay? Like I said, you guys have an advantage with your books. I would highly stress you guys look through the entire book. Memorize that entire book. Okay, tomorrow we're going to deal with a lot of complicated stuff. We got status blocks and we have recovery. Okay, if you guys had trouble if any of you had trouble with the CttÅ capacity, we're gonna blow that out of the water with the stuff that we're gonna talk about tomorrow. Okay, so like I said, read it, read the book, pay attention to it. Do we have any concerns about how we checked in this morning? We're okay? The earlier the better. Some of you guys kind of flooded in at the same time, 7:55, 7:50. If we can kind of get you guys a little earlier, I'll tell you right now, if everyone's here, then we'll start. So that's up to you. If the person that drags it out is holding up everybody. So the earlier we get in, the earlier we start. Also, like I said, go over the book, go over anything that you might have any questions on. Write your questions down and let's get them answered. And make sure you guys understand this information. Please do not forget about the light up night for tonight. If you are able to participate tonight at 9 p.m., turn on the lights on your truck for the phone operator. That would be appreciated. But with that, I think we'll sign off for today. I don't know if our president has anything else to say. Does he have anything else to say or no? We're good? Okay. Like I said, 9 o'clock tonight, you guys should, if you have access to this association website, Facebook page, share it, get that information out there. So the more people that participate, the better we're going to be. But going back to the move over law, the biggest thing we can do as operators is get that message out there. I mean, unfortunately, yesterday, the person driving this lumber truck didn't know that message. And it took, the price was hefty that somebody had to pay for someone to gain that knowledge. You as operators, the best thing we can do is awareness, okay? Awareness for the move over law, like we're doing it today. The more people that participate, people will come up and ask you, why do you have your lights on in your truck? Well, here's why, okay? An operator passed away. Here's what needs to happen. And if you tell 3 people, and if those 3 people tell 3 more people, it continues to grow. So awareness and promoting is highly important, especially I invite you guys to continue to look at the CttA Facebook page, go online. Anytime we have any type of events, move over, anything of that sort, stay informed, join in, because we need numbers and we need your guys' support out there on the road, helping educate the public on keeping you and everybody that works on the highway safe. So it's really important because we need every operator that runs on the road, not just operators, police, fire, and maintenance, or anybody that works on the highways needs to go home safe every day. And it's a